up? What up? What up, fam? Hold on, let me get this stabilized. What up? Waiting on our guest here. Of course, Wendell. What up, Abrasive? There we go. Elite Cigars coming in. Send that request. What up, Poor? Man, hey, I can't wait to have this conversation. Good, bro. What's good?
What's going on with you?
Shit, Joe, man. Hey.
I'm getting some better lighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the other two fellas coming. You know, as they come in, they're gonna come and join us.
Yes, sir.
But I know you're not outside, bro. I know it's cold as hell up there.
Yeah. I was just letting my dog out. We just came back in. That's it.
Bro, I just went out for a smoke real quick.
Yeah, it's
freezing. I'm like, it was like 20 degrees here,
yeah,
bro.
It's freezing, bro. No lie. Definitely freezing. How you holding up, though?
Man, hey, you see, I'm in the basement instead of the garage, bro.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I'm like, bro, I can't do. So I'm supposed to be getting some of those heaters to go in my garage.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna get the electric heaters to put around the garage so I can smoke cigars.
Okay.
In there, but right now I don't have them.
Okay.
So I'm like, bro, like I gotta, you know, I gotta be downstairs, bro.
Yeah, it's
like
cold
these
up there, bro.
Yeah,
it's
like
cold.
These Chicago winter be hitting too hard, bro.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this other dude that's from the West Side. He don't live in Chicago anymore, but he's from the West Side cigar enthusiast. I just sent him an invite to join us. I can't remember if he joins, he'll be able to tell you about him and everything. But yeah, man, you know, obviously you from Chicago.
Yes, sir.
So what part of Chicago? You know, we always gotta ask each other that.
Yep. Born and raised West Side, man. Like this every day. Every day,
yes,
all
sir.
day. Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I was forced south. My wife is from out this way, so yeah, she forced me to come south. So but yeah, born and raised West Side though.
Nice.
Yeah.
What part of the West Side?
Like 16th and Caution, so K-Town is where I'm from. Yep.
Yeah. I'm from Danville. You know,
Danville.
So, yeah.
All right.
All right. But I always say, but I live in Flossmoor.
Okay.
So Cigar Lounge said he's from the Village.
The Village, yeah. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. So, hold on, we're gonna have the other guy come on there, Wendell.
All right.
And then, you know, always have guests stick around as long as they want. We just chop it up like we normally would if we just out back kicking it or some shit.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna keep it. You know, we're gonna keep it like this, bro.
There
we're
we
gonna
go.
keep it light, and then we're gonna also talk about, you know, your brand and everything too.
Appreciate you.
Wendell, I'm sorry, bro, I forgot your name.
That's all right, Martez. How you doing, Wendell?
Martez.
I'm doing good. How you doing, Martez?
I'm all good, boss.
Yeah, so Martez is the owner of Elite Cigars out here in Chicago.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
You know, based out of here in Chicago. So of course, you know, I always try to get guests. You know, I gotta bring some people in from the city, though, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, so what's your lineup of cigars? Like, well, let me dial it back here.
All right.
What made you what made you create this brand? Like, what was the thing that you said, I need my own cigar brand?
I'm tired of going into the cigar lounges. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, the cigar lounges be killing my pockets. It's just like, I got to figure out another way. But that's what started me at. Like, I was going to them like every week. And then, you know, most cigar lounges make you do 2-stick minimum and all those type of things. And some of them be good, some of them be worth it, some of them be terrible, and it just be like, I'm tired of spending all my money in these lounges and I can't enjoy myself. So now, when I first started, it was like it was cool. It was laid back. It was a bunch of grown men smoking cigar and women,
Most
grown
of.
men and women. But now when you go into them, it seems like a lot of them it just be parties, bro. Like, and it kind of turned me off from it. So I figured if I can find a way to at least get myself in the door and just figure it out other ways, man, that's what I did. I'm sorry, man. My dog is scratching at the door.
Oh, it's all good, bro. We, like I said, we keep it very casual.
Yeah.
I'm always we gonna get off track. We gonna talk about some Chicago shit too.
Yes, sir.
We gonna tell some crazy ass stories. And I know, hey, I know you got stories growing up on the West Side, bro.
Yeah,
I
of
know,
course.
bro. I used to be a financial advisor
Okay.
for a school that was out there. I can't remember what part of the West Side it was,
Okay.
but I know I was in the hood, man.
I was in the hood.
Bro, you
uh,
you know when you in the hood, and
yeah,
you know in Chicago, you know
of
exactly when
course.
you hit the hood.
Of course.
So there was I'm out there in a suit. I'm about to walk into the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see these fools just out there on the back of the car. You know they don't care, man.
Of course.
And it's like 8 a.m., bro. You had the zombies riding up to them. They right across the street from the school.
Of course, bro. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like
I wish I knew where you was at though, so I could get a better vision of it.
I was, man, I can't remember the name of the school either. I can't remember any of it. I
All
know
right.
that if I can describe the school, I don't know if you know the public schools around there well enough, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like, of course, all of them have gates around it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the pre-K that was like in front of the school, and then they had the where I parked at, there was like this. I had to go through the pre-K was a separate building, and I went through there, and then I walked from there, and I walked over to the bigger. I walked over to the bigger school uh,
Okay.
that was west of it. So I don't know if that explains it or what.
Man, that could have been anywhere.
Right, right. But bro, I was like, and me even saying my vicinity to the United Center is not even really, not even really being able to give an exact location.
Okay.
But I'm like, bro, like, when I go on these, when I go in the hood, man, I gotta keep one on me, man.
You better.
So I'm sitting there, I can't keep one on me as I'm walking to the school though. But I'm like, bro, like as soon as I got in the car, hit the glove, I'm like, you already know.
Better. You better.
Yeah.
You better.
You know, and homie from Little Village, he already know too, man.
Yep.
So,
No, I don't
you know,
know.
so yeah, man. So what was the lounges that like? So are you out here in the South Burb now? Because I know we talked about meeting up at
So
Tinley.
so I'm in Beverly right now.
Okay.
So the lounges that I frequent a lot is Windy City. I
Hmm.
do Roasted Leaf and Casa and Tinley is the ones that I visit quite often. Those are my three favorite ones that I go to. So
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Windy City several times,
okay.
and that's pretty dope. I like Windy
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, Windy
Um,
City though.
yeah, I've never been to Casa though. I've never
Yeah.
been there. I've heard all about it and everything, but I've never been there.
Yeah, it's dope.
Uh,
It's small. It's small, but it's they take care of everything that you need, so it's pretty good.
yeah, is that the
So
one on? That's not the one on 159th, is it?
159, yep.
You know what? I have been there.
Yep.
Because
Yes.
the actual lounges. So they have the humidor over to the left as soon as you walk in.
Yep.
They have the humidor over to the left, cash register right there. They have a
Mm-hmm.
private lounge is right there past the humidor,
Yep.
and then they have um, then they
Hookah
have
in the
the
back.
other. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I know what you're talking about now,
Yep.
man.
It's dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what's
Too
up,
far,
fellas? Me,
too
I've
far
been
south for
talking.
me, man.
Uh,
Too far south for me, man.
Well, where you at? Oh, you say you the one from the village?
Yeah, I'm from the Ville.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm outside of, I'm in Waldorf now. I'm outside of DC.
Okay.
I'm gonna make one more move going to Arizona because I'm tired of the winter. Fuck the winter.
I hear that. Definitely hear that.
I'm tired of that.
Definitely hear that.
Tired of that, man. I'm trying to.
See,
I hit you up. I'm trying to get my man. When my man's back in the city, I'm gonna hit you back up. I'm trying to get my man's when he was in the city to snatch something off for you. So next time I'm in the city, I'm gonna let him know snatch something for me real quick. I definitely want to try your cigars, man.
Man, you don't have to worry about that. I can mail them out to you, bro. I'll send you
All
the
right,
list and then you just let me know what you want, man.
I'll cash out. I was getting it to him too because I want him to get some too. So he can't say I'm being greedy.
Don't worry about it, man. Everybody will get one. Everybody get it. I'm gonna
Gotta
send
hit my
y'all a list,
co-host.
man. Y'all get 3 out that list. So
Gotta hit my
and then I'll
co-host,
make
man.
sure
He
I
be
take
like,
care of y'all, bro.
you smoking too much. I'm like, yo, calm down, man. Calm down.
Make
Like,
sure I
calm
take
down.
care of y'all, though.
no, but so what's the flavors? Like, what's your lineup? Like, I know that you do because you had what was it like was it you that had the orange crush joint,
Pineapple Crush.
pineapple crush? Yeah.
I'm in the Spud Web. I want to try them joints.
Yeah. So the infusion that I have right now, the Pineapple Crush. I got a grape. I got a chocolate mint. I got what else I got? I got an Uncle Nearest. I got a White Hennessy. I got a Georgia Peach. What other infusion I got? I can't remember off the top, but the other ones I got like the Spud Web that he just said. That's my nub. That's one of my favorite ones. It's a 40-minute smoke. Um, I got a Connecticut and I got a full body and I got a Barber Pole, which all of them are dope.
Okay.
So every cigar that I got is from Nicaragua. It's 100%. Like I don't, but everything else is dope.
Cheers,
So
pie. Yeah, I want to try. So that full
Cheers,
body
Pop.
is a heavy
Hold on, man. That's a
Maduro, a
what?
light
Y'all, I
Maduro,
ain't
or
know.
what?
I'm unprepared. Hold
Bro, you should have known.
on. I'm
Um,
unprepared, man. It's
go
my fault,
upstairs.
man.
oh
Go
shit,
upstairs.
Come on,
my
glass.
boy just got one of my homies just got offered a Michter's
I see it, man. I
20
can get
year.
this. So I'm talking to all these Chicago. Since I'm talking to the hometown, I gotta get the hometown glass. The
Let's see what you
hometown
got.
shot glass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get all the hoods in there.
Yes, sir.
Now, so the Maduro is it a Maduro? Is it a heavy Habano or what? Like,
It's a. Actually, let me grab it for you so you guys can check it out real quick. Let y'all get a vision of it. So I actually
You know
got
I
an
got
event
started with the cello.
tomorrow.
you got the limoncello. Look, we gonna have to get. Hey, bro, we gonna have to get you and Wendell down here to do a collaboration with the cigar and his creations, bro.
Okay.
We gotta, because I'm gonna be bringing more and more of his creations, his brews up to Wendell stop. I'm gonna bringing more of his brews up here to Chicago,
Okay.
and excuse me, and make them a part of like when you and I do a collaboration. I know we had talked about it a couple times,
Yes, sir.
but whenever we do that, I can have some of his his heavy braggots and meads and shit to pair with your cigars.
Whatever works, man. I'm all for it. Whatever it is to connect with it, especially another brother that's trying to do something right. I'm all for it, man. I don't
Yes,
have no
sir.
problem with that. Trying to find my Connecticut. I ain't got no label on it, but I'll still show you guys.
That's all good. No, and also when you get when you show us the cigars, or you show us cigars, put your website down here in
Gotcha.
the comments so I can pin it
Gotcha.
and and tell everybody, hey, you know, if y'all want to hop off, go order some cigars,
Of
hop back
course, man.
on.
So
I'll,
here's the thing though, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, so I'm not really good with like the websites, bro. Like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, my thing is I want people to be able to connect to me right away, right? So my thing,
Right.
like with the website, I just look at it as people as a number, right? So if you go in there, you order something, you can't get in touch with the person that. So let's just say you get a bad cigar.
Right.
God forbid you get a bad cigar. Now you got to go back to the website or whatever you got to go through to get it. When you could just call me and be like, hey, bro, this cigar was bogus. It tunneled on me, whatever it is. I want you to be able to call me and be like, this is what it is, and I'm going to send you your cigar back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you bought to
Yeah.
make sure that people are satisfied. And it's been working for me for like the last 3 years. Like I never had a website. I always do social media, whatever it is, or I get my personal number, like, because I want people to be able to connect with me, right? I don't want to feel like I'm no number. That's
Most
why
definitely.
that's
Hey,
why I did it that way.
we can make it do what it do and
Yeah, man.
drop the number down there and just tell
Yeah,
people just to hit
yeah.
the line, man.
Yeah, so
You know?
that's the reason why I do it like that, man. I don't want people to feel like, oh, it's gonna take them 2 weeks to get in touch with us or whatever it is. Well, you can
Right.
just call them like, hey, Martez, this cigar was bogus. Well, I ain't never had that, but God forbid somebody do say, you
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying, this cigar was bogus or whatever it is, or it cracked or whatever it is. I'm gonna make sure that you get what you paid for. So I'm gonna
Most
make sure
definitely.
that my customer service I'm big on customer service. So I want to be treated fair when I buy other people's shit, and I want people to feel the same way when they buy mine.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. You know, Trey said, as Trey said, it will produce more sales for you on the website because some people don't want to be that personal.
yep.
But at the same time, I respect that. I
Mm-hmm.
respect that business plan because it's like, bro, like I don't want you to just be a number of my business. I want you to be like a known customer, a
There
friend,
you go.
you know. And hey, I mean, I understand that from, bro. If you want something from me, you're gonna have to hit me. You know, you gonna have to text me. You gonna have to hit
Yep.
me. Let me know exactly what you want.
Yep.
You know, and we can chop it up that way.
Yep.
So I can understand that mentality too. But I think that, hold on, let me see, pin, there we go. So that's so everyone down there, that's Martez's number.
Yep.
Lock it in, take the screenshot,
Joey, what up,
send
baby?
me your orders right there, just by texting them, man.
Yep.
Hey, I understand that mentality, man. I can totally understand that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's some websites, Bill, that at least they can see what you have, and then
Mm-hmm.
they still gotta call you to order.
Yeah.
Because that's how I get some of my wood.
Okay.
You can look at the website every day, but to place an order, you got to pick up the phone.
Okay.
And they
Yeah.
know your name because you're gonna have all the info because it's on the website. That you're gonna
Okay.
say, "How you doing, Tyler?" Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You want the regular, or you want to try something new, and then you can go from there. You know,
Okay.
place the order
That
and
makes
everything.
sense.
It is something to be said though when you could just order the cigar from them. Most of the cigars I order directly from the person. So there's
Mm-hmm.
always something to be said when you hit them up like, oh man, you know what? What cigar you suggest? What cigar should I
Yep.
try? You, I want to try this. So
Right.
I find that amazing, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, meaning, you know, and personally, I like the touch because it also is going to be able to allow you to control your product even more
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to allow you to be like, hey man, tell them thank you immediately or give
Yeah.
them, show them your appreciation immediately,
Of course.
and be like, hey, just hit me up if you want some more, but the e-commerce side of things, I think that it definitely needs to be a part of that too,
Mm-hmm.
because as Brick said, as everyone else is saying, it's like, if if I just want to just order something real quick, you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
can just go boom, 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 Elite Cigars, Chicago.com or EliteCigars.com. I
Mm-hmm.
can order the apparel. I can order cigars. I can do all that while
Yeah.
I'm driving or whatever. I'm just in the middle of my lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what I would say is then you can just send them a text or whatever saying, hey, thank you for this order. I appreciate it. This is my direct number.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a call if you have any questions or concerns about any of the product that you order,
For sure.
and say, thank you, Martez,
Mm-hmm.
so that could be a way to also, change it as well. But, I think either way, it's however it works for your business.
Yeah.
You know, and how you want to run your business.
Mm-hmm.
Because each one of us is businessman, we got to do what works for us and what's most comfortable for us. Because, you know.
Yeah, like I say, for me, that's what has been working, right? So, and again, like for me, I'm just saying, like if I order something from, let's just say anything, anywhere, and I ain't gonna use Amazon, let's just say another cigar company, right? So I know that if I ordered it and if it don't go right, I still gotta wait, right? But in case if you order from me, you can just call and be like, hey, bro, like I need this, or can you send me that, and then I'm gonna send it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting, because if I gotta do that, and it's just me, you know what I'm saying? So if I do that now, I gotta wait. All them lines people see, it's a number system. Like you number 10 on my list, so you're not a priority to me. But if you call me and be like, hey, check it out, this is what's going on, I'm gonna get on it right away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure that whatever I do, I'm gonna make sure that you come back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna come back to me. And that website, it just seemed like just too much work for me. But everybody got their own system. So
yeah, I completely understand. And as Edwin just said, hey, if it don't broke, don't fix it. You know,
right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, and clearly you're doing big things here in the city. You know, I've heard several people talk about your brand. Obviously, I've been following your brand for a year and a half now.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I hear other people saying they're smoking Elite cigars. You know, all around the city. So you know, it's definitely a great system that you have going.
I'm trying, man.
A great brand, man. You know, so like, where'd you come up with the name? Where'd you come up with like different flavors and everything?
Man, so the names are just, like, to be honest, bro, it's just random things. If I like the pineapple crush, like that's my favorite. That's my favorite pop. Like I love the pineapple crush from. Then like white Hennessy, it makes sense. The Thin Man is just whatever it is. Just I'm trying to get a name that's gonna attract people's attention, right? So if you hear pineapple crush, you're like, oh, that shit sounds different. I ain't had that before. Let me see what's going on with that. And it just to grab their attention. It's an attention grabber. So, but the cigar dope too, though. So don't just get confused with the name, though. So.
If you make something called Faye, go sign me up for a box.
Right. Right.
That Bendigo strawberry.
Right. A whole box. Right. So, and it works, man. So it's just I'm big on like making sure everybody get what they want to make sure that your needs are met. You know what I'm saying? Like I work in the railroad, so my thing is customer service. Like I'm a customer service supervisor with the railroad, and I'm just big on customer service. Like especially if you can get direct contact, and we got it, man. Like one day at a time. And like I said, it's just me, and I'm working by myself. I got my kids pressing on my T-shirts. So we got a chain system going on, and
that's dope.
Just something so they can see that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm working hard, and something that y'all can get into eventually and do y'all own thing. So
what up, boss? What up? Yeah, and I definitely want to get one of them hoodies, man, because that's one of the main things. Like I see those hoodies. Those hoodies are dope as hell.
Appreciate you.
You have hoodies. What do you have? Like
hoodies, T-shirts, hats, whatever y'all need. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Because I wanted to get a hoodie and a hat because you know I'm always wearing hats.
I got you.
You know, I'm like, hey, from the Shy, you know, he just like family. You know, with everyone else, it's all love.
Yeah.
And you know, and plus you're producing a good product. You know.
Yep.
So, but I'm watching football right now. This is for Thursday night football.
Okay.
What's up with the Bears, bro?
Man, look, the Bears need to go to Gary.
Yeah, they terrible.
I'm sending them to Gary. Go to Gary.
Move to Gary.
You ain't say T-Move and talking about you want a new stadium. Go to Gary, man.
They terrible.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is? I'm sitting here and I'm betting people like, come on, man, I know the Bears could beat what the fuck is the name of this team here? The Commanders, whatever the hell they is.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie, whatever the fuck they is.
Right.
Like, I know they could beat this team, man, and they lost to them. They're like, I know they could beat Dallas. They lost to Dallas. I done lost 7 cigars betting on these bum ass.
Yeah. Yeah, they terrible right now.
I'm watching basketball, man.
bro.
Shit too
The
much.
way they lost to fucking to Minnesota and Detroit, I'm like these motherfuckers, these just sorry, man. Like this, that shit was just sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad that my hat don't fit anymore because I'd have took my past that off if I was wearing it. I was in that motherfucker cheering. Me and my buddy cheering hard. Only 2 Chicago motherfuckers in the whole joint. We cheering hard.
Right.
We like, he took his jersey off and just walked away. I was like, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah.
up there in fucking DC, man, that was a bullshit ass loss too. You're 100, like that was some bullshit ass, bro. Look, man. All right, are you a Mitch Trubisky guy or no?
Am I what?
A Mitch Trubisky guy or no? Were you someone that said it was Mitch's fault, or were you someone that said it was Nagy's fault?
I think it was more Nagy fault than Mitch. Like I like Mitch. Mitch can toss the ball. Nagy was the coach. Yeah, it was the coach. But I'm glad he gone though. I love Justin Fields. Don't get me wrong. I love Justin Fields.
I mean, but it's hard. It don't matter who you bring in if you ain't got an offensive line.
That's absolutely true.
You call hiking somebody already in the backfield. I don't give a fuck if you got Mike Vick, Randall Cunningham, Joe Montana, Steve Young. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But I like 2 years, like Mitch's second or third year. I'm sitting there seeing all this bullshit like that's going on and everything, and everybody that I'm watching football with saying, "Oh, it's Mitch. Mitch hurt. Mitch sucks. Mitch is this. Mitch is that." You know, especially my uncle from the West Side. He was sitting there. He was hating on Mitch nonstop, man. I'm like, bro, like Nagy sucked, man. Like Nagy was trash, bro.
I can't even put it on Nagy though. You got to put that on the GM. Nagy don't put the team on the field. He only coach what he got.
That's true too.
That was a high school offensive line right there. That was Crane offensive. They playing with Crane offensive line. I said, man, they could get ran the fuck through over here, man.
Can't be as bad as my Rams. They went from champs to chumps. We didn't even go.
But they went from champs.
Right.
See the first one, champs.
Yeah.
I tried to. I mean, look, I played with the Bears in Madden. They still ain't make it to the Super Bowl on easy. Bears.
Oh, easy.
On easy. A rookie.
Right.
Hey man, you know they haven't won a fucking a championship since '85.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was, they haven't won it since '85, man. So I'm like, bro, like.
I mean, they did make it back though. They did make it back though. They made it back. They made it back in what? When the coach whooped their ass. I forgot what year that was. 2000 something.
It was like 2006 or something like that. They made it back then, and then they fired Lovie Smith after a 10-6 season, bro.
And then he go somewhere else and he looking good.
He left and then he went to U of I. He stayed at U of I for 4 years.
Then he
went. Then he left and came back
with Tampa
to Texas. No, he's with Texas.
He's with Texas, okay.
Texas.
Yeah, he's with the Texans right now, and they suck.
But here's the problem, though. Lovey looked like the father from Good Times, but he ain't had that mentality. You don't look like James from Good Times. You got to yell and throw shit. I was like, he's too nice.
Hey, it is what it is. When it comes to that, but I'm just like, bro, like this team. Sorry. Now, I've waited long enough to bring this up.
Right.
Because this is a typical Chicago topic, and it deals with basketball, so you already know what's about to come up. Are you an MJ guy, or are you LeBron?
MJ, ain't no comparison to that.
MJ is a player. LeBron is a person.
Say it again.
MJ is a player. LeBron is a person.
MJ as a player. I mean, LeBron as a person is a whole different animal. Like, I love what he's doing outside of
If
basketball.
you ever talk to MJ, you know he a fucking asshole. And I've talked to him on plenty of occasions. He's a fucking asshole. But that motherfucker can score the ball though.
He can. Definitely
You know,
can.
he don't get his proper respect either, man. He don't get his respect as a defender. He don't get his respect as a ball handler. He don't get his respect. The man played point guard for half a season and damn near averaged a triple double.
Yeah.
So he don't get his proper respect in that aspect.
What that man do against Magic though, man? I mean, they had to take him off of Magic, bro. They had to put Pippen on Magic.
Magic was just bigger than him. That's all that was. He was just a bigger guard.
The motherfucker Magic said, the man come down the aisle, just thought he was going to dunk. He changed his mind like, nah, I ain't going to do that. Switched hands, right. Still up in the air. He said, James Worthy coming down. Mike's still going up. And I'm like, how long is he going to be up there? Yo, Magic Johnson can tell the best stories in sports.
Yeah.
Period.
He does. He does.
I was like, how long he going to be up there? And then he put his tongue out. And then he washed his car while he was up there.
Right.
But Magic was a different type of player, though, man. Because Magic, his thing, Magic wasn't a dribbler like that. Magic was going to take the ball, bag your ass down, throw a fucking pass without looking, get a quick assist. You know, but... And plus Mike had the... It's like with LeBron now. Mike had... The bulk of the scoring was on Mike. So you can't sit here, even though he was a great defender, you can't sit here and say, all right, Mike, you're going to chase down the best offensive player the whole game, and we still need 30 from you and 20 from him.
Makes sense.
You think you're number two.
But y'all always talk about how good of a defender Mike was, and he always guarded the best. He always guarded the best player, and he always did this, and he always did that. So I'm a LeBron guy, just to put it out there. I'm LeBron.
Yep, sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, man.
So we gonna have this discussion. To me, if you talk about the impact on the game of basketball, just the impact of the game of basketball, meaning money-wise, endorsement-wise, the reason where the game is where it is now, then yes, MJ. You know, NBA of today is not the NBA without MJ. But purely playing the game of sport of basketball, you cannot tell me somebody that's my size but skinnier than me is better at the game of basketball. Someone that's 6'9", 270, 280.
Y'all can.
Bro.
Hold on. He was just bigger than Mike. That's all he was.
Let's pause this conversation. Let's pause the conversation.
Yeah, but he didn't get hit like Mike.
We're talking about Michael and LeBron, right?
You soon as you touched him, they scream "ouch!" and then
Mike got hit in the '80s, and he didn't win anything in the '80s.
We talking
90s,
about
in the '90s. The refs were like, you can't even touch Mike without getting a whistle.
We talking about Mike and LeBron. LeBron ain't past Kobe yet. If we don't keep it a Google,
I absolutely agree with you, bro.
Go ahead and cover your face up.
LeBron ain't past Kobe.
Go ahead and cover your face up.
Mike, Kobe, then LeBron in my top three.
LeBron ain't past Kobe. Look, let me tell you the difference. The big difference between
not past Kobe.
The big difference between Mike and LeBron is in the '90s, you know you wasn't gonna win.
Exactly.
If Mike was playing, you knew you wasn't gonna win. They celebrated when that man retired that first time. Now when LeBron played, they're like, oh yeah, we can beat their ass.
Come on, bro. The Rockets,
no matter who they got.
We can dog walk them.
Someone won in 90, someone won in 94, 95, 96. Well, what?
Mike wasn't there in 95. He came back.
He came back 94, 95.
Yeah, midway through.
95. No,
they got them too.
They lost to the Knicks.
No, the Houston got them too. Houston paid Mike real quick. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that. And then and Mike got back on his bullshit.
Mike, they had to go out and get Rodman.
They didn't have to get Rodman. Rodman
They
Rodman
had
was,
to
and
give
I'm not
Rodman.
trying to downplay Rodman's role. Rodman was fucking phenomenal.
Yes,
He
he
was a
was.
phenomenal role player. But he was just that, a role player.
One of the best role players ever.
Oh yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
The
But let's
man's the first.
look at LeBron. How many Hall of Famers have LeBron played with?
Look, you talking about retired, old, rundown Shaq. You talking about the retired, old, rundown Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo. That was not Rajon Rondo of Boston.
So we ain't gonna talk about Wade, who should have won the MVP that year because he outscored and had more and was better defensively than LeBron. We ain't gonna talk about Chris Bosh. We ain't gonna talk about Kevin Love. We ain't gonna talk about Kyrie Irving. We ain't gonna talk about Anthony Davis. We ain't gonna talk about Westbrook. We're gonna leave all those guys out, right? Those guys don't exist.
Westbrook
is going to be a Hall of Famer. Whether you like it or not, he's a triple-double. And
He
LeBron asked him to come there. LeBron wanted him there. That's why LeBron should not be your GM.
Right.
He's won you a title every place that he's went. Why would you
after
not
losing
be
a couple times? How many years? Let me ask you this question. How many years was LeBron in Cleveland? How many years was LeBron in Cleveland? Altogether,
He was in Cleveland for 7 years when he first was in his first time around. Mm-hmm. Then he came back, I think, for 4 years.
And they gutted that team. And how many championships did they win with LeBron?
Because Dan Gilbert is trash.
After gutting that team to get LeBron, how many championships did they win?
They won a championship. They won
a championship, which is great for Cleveland.
Your first title,
which is great for Cleveland. It's great because nobody wants to go to Cleveland. Let's be honest. Exactly. Nobody ever wants to go to Cleveland. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland for vacation. Nobody wants to. I don't even like having layovers in Cleveland. But
right.
They gutted a whole team and got one championship. And they gave up Wiggins, who's looking great right now.
Dope.
They gave up a whole young core. Their team now look great, though. They got a good team now, right? So then you go to LA. How many draft picks did LA give up because he said, man, you know what? I think we can win with AD.
They gave
away. They don't have a draft pick for 2025. They got a bubble title.
Yeah, bubble title don't count, man.
If the wind blows too hard, AD get injured. AD is he's a walking injury.
AD is glass. AD is the dude from what was that one movie where Samuel L. Jackson played?
Mr. Glass, yeah. We was talking about Rose, but no, AD really Mr. Glass.
Yes, he is. 1,000% he is. He 100% is. But my thing is this. Y'all want to sit here and talk about the accumulation of all-stars, the accumulation of Hall of Famers. It's not like he played with like 15 Hall of Famers on the same team.
He always had three. He always had at least three.
I mean, so did MJ on the last run, and Horace Grant should be in the Hall of Fame. If Chris Bosh is in the Hall of Fame, Horace Grant 100% should be in the Hall of Fame.
Mike played with guys who nobody wanted until they started. Nobody wanted Scottie Pippen. Nobody know who the fuck Scottie Pippen was.
Scottie Pippen was a fifth overall pick, bro.
Scottie Pippen was Olden Polynice was traded for Scottie Pippen, which shows you how much faith they had in Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen got judged by the Seattle Sonics, Supersonics, 5th overall, and the Bulls coveted him so much because they wanted him to drop to them. They coveted him so much that they traded for him.
That's because Krause had the foresight to see it. Nobody know what Scottie Pippen was going to be there. All we saw was a skinny kid with a big nose.
Pick. What are you talking about?
All we saw. You know how many number one picks? You know how many people they pick number one? You like, why the fuck would they pick that guy? Nobody knew Scottie Pippen from that little ass college. Nobody was like, yeah, he gonna one day be a Hall of Famer. Nobody knew
Pippen didn't even know that.
They had an idea enough.
Horace Grant didn't know Horace Grant was gonna be Horace Grant until he was Horace Grant.
Look, I can understand if you got picked like 5th in the 2nd round. I can understand that. But you got picked 5th overall.
Who was in the draft class?
5th overall.
Who was in the draft class?
I don't know who was in the draft class, but I know he got picked 5th overall.
Matter of fact, hold on.
Pull it up.
Let's pull that up. Let's see who was in Scottie Pippen's draft. What was it, 87? Let's pull that up real quick.
I got a phone as well. So we gonna
he gonna fact check what you say. He gonna look it up too.
What up, Order?
Okay, he gonna fact check the fact check. Because I can guarantee you, there wasn't a lot of NBA players that you was looking at like that's gonna be the guy.
But I'm just saying, man, you get picked fifth overall, no matter what class you're in, you're still like people are still looking to see you as a legit player.
So let's see who they had. Let's see. They had David Robinson.
Yes.
Okay. You had Reggie Miller.
I mean, damn.
No, hold on. I'm sorry. You had David Robinson. You had Kenny Smith. You
Kenny
had
Smith is not that
Kevin
bad.
Johnson. You had Horace Grant, Reggie Miller, Muggsy Bogues, Mark Jackson, Reggie Lewis, who nobody knew Reggie Lewis was going to be Reggie Lewis. But let's be honest. Besides David Robinson, looking through this list, who the fuck are these people? If we're gonna be 100% honest, you got David Robinson.
Take it upstairs, Mike.
Nobody knew Reggie Miller was gonna be Reggie Miller, but he became Reggie Miller. You got Kevin Johnson, okay. Kenny Smith, who was a lifetime role player. He sent Hakeem flowers every year for that championship ring he got. We didn't know Horace Grant was gonna be Horace Grant. Muggsy Bogues is the size of a 7-year-old.
But Muggsy Bogues thrived in the NBA in the 90s. But yeah,
Reggie Lewis did his thing, but he died early. But shout out to Reggie. Reggie Lewis did do his thing. But who the fuck are the rest of these people? Who is Jose Ortiz?
Bro,
who is a Joe Wolf? Odin Polynese wasn't shit. We know that.
Armin Gilliam was the 4th pick. Dennis Hobson was the 3rd pick.
You proving my point.
I know.
You proving my point.
It's funny to me. So
you said he was the 5th pick, so somebody knew something. So somebody knew something with that pick, but they ain't done nothing with these other motherfuckers. You proving my point,
man. I mean, you're still the 5th pick in the draft. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
You know, you're not going under the radar as a 5th pick overall. Like you're not, bro. You know, I mean,
you're picked based on who's around you. You can't go under the radar at 5th. When you look at the people on that list, you can go under you can be like, oh yeah, he better than this motherfucker. That's like when you playing street ball. Well, I know he better than this motherfucker. I don't know how good he plays, but I know he better than this motherfucker right here.
He could have got picked where Reggie Miller was. Reggie Miller was what, number 11? He could have got picked where Reggie Miller was. Reggie Miller
was a sleeper.
Reggie Miller was a sleeper.
I mean,
but they knew that he was going to be something special.
Krause he don't get the proper respect because that dude knew talent.
Who is that? Who did you just say?
Jerry Krause. That dude knew talent.
Yeah,
he put a lot of motherfuckers together. He was like, BJ Armstrong, who the fuck?
BJ Armstrong was a decent role player, though.
Steve Kerr? What? No, I'm just talking about when they get these people. You like, who the fuck is these guys? Like, who the fuck is Steve Kerr?
Motherfucker sharpshooter. That's what he is. Hold on, Pies.
He was.
I still believe the Captain Kareem has the ultimate shot that can't be blocked. Yeah, I mean, you know, the sky hook is.
I mean, it's true, but he's 7'2".
Yeah,
he's 7'2". The ball go 8 feet unless you like fucking unless you like Wilt Chamberlain.
Yep.
You're not gonna block that shot.
Right.
So y'all Chicago folks, y'all know. I already told y'all I'm not from Chicago, and on here when I tell people, if I tell somebody where I'm from, they're gonna be like, okay, how close is that to Chicago? So I just say I live in Chicago. Mm-hmm. But to y'all know where Danville is compared to Chicago. Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna say y'all city folks, because you understand that I'm from a long way away from the city.
Definitely are.
Y'all city folks always talking about MJ's rings. Y'all always bring every time is MJ has 6. LeBron has 4. MJ has 6. But to me, it's like, what do y'all think about Bill Russell? Bill Russell has 11.
Bill Russell is the greatest winner of all time. But Bill Russell is very limited. He was very limited in his ability. He was a great rebounder. He was a great defender. He started the fast break. He wasn't a great scorer. and it was 8 teams. Not to downplay what he did, but realistically, it was 8 teams, and only one player, Wilt Chamberlain, can actually play on the same floor as him.
I mean, but you play against the competition that you get put up against.
You do, but we don't just like when it comes to Mike. You don't just say 6 rings.
I'm picking LeBron all the time.
You say that Mike and Robert Horry. I hate that Robert Horry argument because Robert Horry is not a Hall of Famer. Robert Horry just happened to be on the right team at the right time. Robert Horry has never contributed more than 8 points a game. He never contributed more than 8 points a game. They call him Big Shot Bob because everybody made a mistake and forgot he was on the fucking court. Oh shit, Horry still playing. Nobody remember Horry. He averaged 4.5 points a game. Nobody remember who the fuck shit. I told you that dude still play. I thought he retired.
Yeah,
he still
I hate that. But I will say this, right? Back to what I was saying, and fuck Robert Horry. Because I was cheering for Sacramento when he hit that shot. So and Michael Jordan never had to hip check nobody to win the title, like Robert had to do Steve Nash. But Mike, 2 things about Mike: he won every finals he was in, and he don't do game 7s. We knew we was going home early. Right, it wasn't gonna be no game 7.
No matter if he was losing or winning.
It was no game 7s. We knew we was going to win, and we know we didn't have to wait 7 games. Mike was taking him so long. 6 games? Damn, come on, man. Playing around. I was already ready. I was already ready to go to Grant Park. I'm like, he playing around, man. Come on, man. When we going to Grant Park? What time we going? Come on, we going. He playing around with these dudes, man. Get him off the floor, man. Stop playing with these dudes. And plus, you got to look at the competition Mike beat. Like the competition that Mike beat, nobody pays attention to that.
What
he
competition?
Beat the Showtime Lakers. He beat Clyde Drexler. He beat Clyde Drexler.
He beat the old Showtime Lakers when Magic was sick. He just wasn't diagnosed. He just got diagnosed right after that.
The Lakers.
Kareem had retired.
Kareem was the only old person on that team. The rest of them motherfuckers was 30 years old.
On the team. Kareem wasn't on the team.
He had retired already, but what's the Divox was on there? No, it was Divox and Campbell.
No, it was Divox, and it was Divox.
It was Divox, okay. But those dudes was young. Everybody want to say they old. Those dudes were young. They weren't old.
They're old for them.
They weren't old for them.
They had to go through the Celtics. They had to go through the Pistons. They was already tired from already being in the championships time after time again.
To get to the finals.
By the time the Bulls got to them, they was exhausted.
To get to the finals, the Bulls still had to beat the Pistons. They still had to beat the Celtics. They still had to beat. They still going. They still had to beat the Knicks. They still had to beat the Magic. They still had, all these teams they had to beat. And then to get in the finals, you beat the Showtime. No. Look. They did beat them when Shaq left after they lost to them. That second time. They made the finals the first time, then he left after that. They beat him. He beat him fair and square the second time.
They had to go get Rodman to hold Shaq because Shaq was giving them so many problems.
Dude, let me tell you something. Michael could score 35 points. Scotty could score 25 points, right? Shaq could score 50 points. That's not equal. You still got 4 other people on that team that could play, that could score. One man is not going to beat you.
You had Penny, you had a young Penny, and they had to go out and get Rodman.
Penny was guarded by Scotty. Scotty was guarding Penny.
I know.
So we weren't worried about that. Nick Anderson was locked down by Mike.
Who?
Don't say who. Until he missed them free throws. What we not gonna do is disrespect a native like that. We not gonna disrespect Nick like that. How dare you, sir? How dare you besmirch his name, sir? How dare you? You see we having this conversation. How dare you? Now let's get back to who Mike beat. He beat the Lakers with Magic. I don't give a fuck if he was sick or not. He wasn't coughing right there. He wasn't coughing in. He beat the Trailblazers with Clyde. Clyde looked old. Clyde was only like 20-some years old. He just had a convertible top.
Was getting shut down.
He had a convertible top.
Got shut down by Pippen.
They still had Jerome Kersey. They still had Terry Porter. These dudes average 15 to 20 points a game. You talking like they just averaging 10. But let's skip that. So then they go and they say, okay, we beat the Suns. So Barkley wasn't shit. KJ wasn't shit, huh? They wasn't shit, huh?
KJ not in the hall. KJ wasn't what
KJ not in the hall for the extracurricular shit he did after basketball. They ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
KJ made what three All-Star teams. That's all. And,
okay.
Well,
so wait till we get. So you gonna if we doing that, you gonna love who LeBron. You gonna love who LeBron lost to and beat.
You had Dan Marley. You had Dan Marley guarding Michael Jordan. You had Dan Marley guarding Michael Jordan. You had Mark Price.
So what?
Guarding Michael Jordan.
And hold on. Let's not act like see Mark. As I know you young. Mark Price was a killer.
He was a killer for them, but
Mark Price and Ron Harper in the day were killers.
Mark Price would not make a G League team right now. Mark Price would not make a G League team right now.
You crazy against who? These young dudes can't play in the post. He ain't even got to shoot no more. All they got to do is get the ball down here. They don't know what to do. You got centers that can't guard the post.
Man. What was the dude? Craig Eloy. Craig Eloy was guarding Mike, man.
That's how I know he's young. You don't know what these dudes are doing. That's how I know you young. You don't know what these dudes do. Okay, so they beat the Jazz. What happened to the Jazz? So the Jazz was garbage. The whole Jazz team was garbage.
I mean, with fucking Byron Russell guarding his ass.
Who did LeBron beat? Because LeBron never beat a superstar in his prime.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I guess
so he lost. He lost to Tim Duncan twice.
He lost to Tim Duncan twice, but he also beat him too.
When he was done. Tim Duncan was old by the time he beat him.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Tim Duncan
was old by the time that man beat him. When Tim Duncan was in his prime, Timmy was like, give me the ball. Oh, shit, that's LeBron. Excuse me, little guy. And he was going over him.
Tim Duncan beat LeBron in Cleveland when Cleveland's number 2 scorer was Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes was the number 2 on Cleveland.
So what happened? What happened the second time? Who he had on the second time?
The second time they played? They beat him. They beat him the second time they played. They beat him 2 in a row.
They did not. Timmy got one of them titles.
No, you're right.
Timmy got one of them titles.
They didn't beat him.
Timmy got one of them titles.
They played each other 3 times. Timmy has him 2-1 because Timmy beat him first time when he had Larry Hughes. When he had Larry Hughes as the second best player on the team. When they played in Miami, then they beat him in Miami. No, they beat him in Miami, and then the last year that LeBron was in Miami, Duncan beat them.
And then he lost to Dirk Nowitzki. He lost to a man that brings Tupperware to the game.
Do you know who Dirk Nowitzki went through in that playoffs? Y'all talk about Kobe. Dirk Nowitzki mopped the fucking floor with Kobe in that fight.
Who was on Dirk's team?
Are you serious? Tyson Chandler, Jason Kidd, Darren Williams. The Matrix was on that team.
Darren Williams. So let me just tell you. Darren Williams wasn't shit. Team. Tyson Chandler was a defender.
Yes,
Tyson Chandler wasn't scoring.
Defender.
Who was on LeBron's team?
He had Wade and Bosh.
2 Hall of Famers.
Bosh
you named 2 Hall of Famers. So it was 3 Hall of Famers total.
Kids making a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Tyson ain't.
Yeah, Tyson not. You right. He not.
Darren Williams ain't. Jason Terry ain't.
Jason Terry, one of the most clutch all-time shooters. Even
you can say what you want to say to try to say this argument. Jason Terry ain't making no money. The only time Jason Terry's gonna make the Hall of Fame is if Jason Terry plays 2K as himself and do it over again. That is the only way he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. So
he's not making the Hall of Fame. You're right.
And then they lost to Steph. They lost to Steph Curry, the first unanimous MVP.
You lost to Steph Curry when Kyrie and K-Love were both injured, and you had the Australian cat that locked down Steph still, and they still almost beat him with just LeBron, LeBron and the Australian cat. That's all he had. And then they come, and then
He's
the
about
next year,
Delanova. Delanova, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Delanova.
Get the
Yes.
fuck out of here. Delanova can't guard Delanova in practice.
Delanova guarded Steph in that finals.
Oh, I see you.
Hold on.
Let's be honest. Okay, so with all that being said, right? With all that being said,
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Look, why LeBron? You can't call LeBron the greatest. LeBron has never. He has what 1 or 2 scoring titles. He's not. And don't get me wrong. He's a great basketball IQ. He has great basketball IQ. Nobody looks to LeBron to score at the end of the game. Give me one memorable shot. He beat Orlando with that give me one memorable shot besides Orlando.
More game-winning shots than MJ does in his career.
No, he does not. I love that. I love when y'all say that, but he does not.
Look it up.
I will look it up right now. And then while I'm looking it up, I need you to name me one memorable shot that LeBron has made.
When he hit it on the Bulls. He hit it on the Bulls to put the D-Rose Bulls out. Not only that, then you got the shot that he hit against the DeRozan Raptors. He got that shot right there as well.
You're talking about 2 teams we did not expect to win.
Come on, bro.
The block. I'm just being honest.
You talking about shots. Okay, I mean, we got the only memorable shot that I can think of. There's 2 that I can think of that Mike made to win the game. That's the shot of a Mark Price. Mark Price trashy ass.
That was Craig Eloy, but go ahead.
And then the straight push off on Russell. The straight push. That was if y'all say that's not a charge that he didn't push off.
So let me read these buzzer beaters for you. Boom. Mike has 9.
He goes.
Kobe has 8. LeBron has 7.
Boom. And what
Mike has 9.
Are they looking at?
Kobe has 8. LeBron has. You know who has more game winners than LeBron? Joe Johnson has more game winners than LeBron.
In what time frame, man? Yeah,
you said game winner. You said LeBron has more game winners than Mike. LeBron has a worse hairline than Mike. Come on, man, help me, man. Come on, help me, Chicago, man. Help me, Elite. Talk to this man. Listen me. Talk to your mans, man. Y'all gotta talk to y'all mans, man. What are we doing here?
Okay, I'm just listening, man.
What are we doing here?
I'm just listening.
There's a reason why I had you come on, bro. To talk
what are we doing? Look, LeBron lead the league in hair pieces.
Right. I agree with that. Right.
Hey, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna.
This is just like that story you did last week. So let's move on.
Look, man. If there's one thing I'm gonna say about LeBron, bro, you need to go ahead and let it go, bro. Just go ahead and do the mic. Like, go ahead and just go to your bald head phase, bro.
Go home. Just go home, man. Go ahead and cut it off, man. It's cool. Now, with all that being said, LeBron is a hell of a player. There's no way you can sit here and say LeBron isn't a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player. I just wouldn't call him the GOAT. But he's a hell of a player. He's definitely in the top 5.
Hey, he's my number 1. He's actually not my number 1. Bill Russell's my number 1, but he's better than Mike in my book.
I mean, that's cool, man. If
what
he's
kind
better
of
than Mike in your
drinking,
book,
bro?
Yeah, how much did you have?
Some of that.
If he's better than Mike in your book, then
Port Cask Age Extra Añejo.
Yeah.
Anybody? Did you say
that must be
Shaq,
great?
Kobe, Magic, and Horry? I can't even take.
That's basically what I'm drinking too. But mine is aged in a sherry cask.
No, man.
Anybody that put Robert Horry in their top 5 smoke corns. I know that's not a person that make good decisions if you put Robert Horry in your top 5.
Oh shit. So
I'm telling you, Robert hit them shots because they forgot he was. Oh shit! Damn it, get Robert! Shit, I thought he was a ref. Yo, what that child boy doing coming out on the floor? Oh shit, that's Robert. Go guard him.
Yeah, man. All right, so we gonna get off this topic because we'll be able to stick on this shit all day.
Right.
We're gonna get off of this. So,
Oh man, I ain't fucking with y'all.
That's my
right.
5.
Okay.
So let me think about some more Chicago shit here, because we staying on Chicago. So are you Harold's or Remus?
I'm on West Side, so you already know I'm Remus.
Yeah, I'm Remus too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
To get good Harold's, you got to go far fucking south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nobody says, "Oh, don't go to Uncle Remus. Go to the other Uncle Remus." Any Uncle Remus you go to is straight.
It's
You go to that
Remus,
motherfucking Uncle Remus, that Harold's over there on fucking 21st, man. You like that shit tastes like wood, man. That's some hard ass chicken. That chicken harder than probation, man.
All right.
That's funny.
So I'm gonna confess this. I've never had Uncle Remus. I've never had it.
I'm hurt. I'm shocked. I can't breathe right now. I feel as though the wall is closing in on me. I feel as though I'm just let down, brother. I'm let down, brother. I don't even know how to take that, my brother.
Yeah.
But there's hope for you. There's hope for you, brother. There's hope.
It is hope.
I don't go to the West Side like that, man. And Uncle Remus, they only on the West Side, man.
That's because we can't go to fucking Harold's. We tired of getting shot at.
I will say this though, man. Harold's, I've only had 3 Harold's where I'm like, this shit is absolute fire. The Harold's that's next to me, that's close to me, this shit is too ketchupy, man. Like it's like they just dumped a pile of ketchup and just a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of brown sugar. So I can't even fuck with Harold's. I go if I want wings, I'm either gonna go to Crystals or I'm gonna go Sharks sometimes, but I've been fucking with Baba's lately though.
Baba's okay. Better go get you some hooks too, man. Hooks be holding it down, man. You get 150 wings for like $35, man. Hooks, I don't know where they get them wings from, but them wings be cheap. You know what I miss? I'm gonna say this. What I do miss about Chicago, man, is that you can go to any little mom and pop restaurant, man, and be on point. Man, ain't no Chicago food out here in DC, man. This shit, that Ben's chili bowl is some bullshit. I ain't gonna even stunt with you. That shit, the only good pizza I had was in Baltimore, man. The rest of this shit is
it's trash.
It's not to my expectations. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. What's the one pizza joint? Is it like it's called Phil's or something like that? It's on 35th. I know y'all West Side, but it's like Phil's or something like that. It's like 35th is just north of Comiskey.
I don't know.
North of Comiskey? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Because one of the OGs, he went to the city and he had brought back like 2-3 pizzas. And he was like, this is from this spot that's like just north of Comiskey, like on 35th. And he was like, this is the best. Because so for
I'm
everybody.
Sure I probably didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah. So for everybody out there that think that deep dish pizza is a Chicago pizza, you haven't really had Chicago pizza. Most of us eat thin crust pizza.
I eat it when I go back now because I'm a tourist. But yeah, when I lived there, I didn't eat deep dish. Yeah, I mean, I ain't been there for a while. So when I go back, I'm a tourist. You know what I'm saying? I have to deep dish, but yeah, when I lived, the only time I would eat deep dish is if somebody from out of town came. They're like, "Oh, we want to try some deep dish." Other than that, no.
Nah.
It was thin crust, and Martez, I mean, can you attest to this?
I agree. I'm a thin crust. I don't like deep dish pizza. Like you say, if somebody come from out of town and they want, that's the only time I'm eating it. Other than that,
right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
not saying
nice.
let's pull up to a deep dish pizza. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
and I feel disrespected if that pizza ain't cut in squares.
Right.
Real disrespectful. I don't like that New York triangle
right.
I want my shit cut in squares. I'll be calling in like, yo, could you cut them in squares, man? I know how y'all don't be cut them. Square my shit up, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. And
That's right.
another thing, I gotta get on this. We talking about Chicago food. And I'm gonna post this, so I need people. I'm doing this because I got people from that's outside of Chicago. When I mention this, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They don't understand how good this shit is. But the Maxwell Polish, bro. The
I
Maxwell
live down the
Polish,
street from the original.
Oh
right?
yeah, you right in the village. That's the original too.
Yeah, I can't call it the name that we normally call it because I
Yeah,
don't want them to Kanye me.
yeah,
But
yeah. I'm already knowing. Yeah, yeah,
but that
Yeah.
was the only spot where you can go get a hat, a pair of Jordans, some pants, a T-shirt, and a Polish, and spend
absolutely,
about $100.
absolutely, absolutely.
You wouldn't spend over $100 in that bitch, boy.
It'd
You
be
come out
good
there,
too.
you be G'd up like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness, boy. Look at that. I got the Jabot, I got the
yeah,
Averett, I got the
yeah,
J, and a Polish.
Bro
yeah,
said the Jabos.
yeah,
Boy, that was the shit. You swap past that door, that tap on the door. My friend, come here, my friend. Come here, my
yeah.
friend. What can I do for you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Tell him I
Nah,
be the only guy $50. Hey, $50? 55? And I got
Right,
50. Hey, come on, 53. Work with me, brother. I got 50.
right,
Take the Jordans.
right. Absolutely.
But you had to look careful because sometimes Jordan was dunking and sometimes he was doing that switch hand layup. You had
Yeah,
to look real careful on that shoe.
absolutely,
He went from the dunk to the fucking layup. You had to look real careful.
absolutely.
And
they
sometimes
hit
he's
you with the
Scottie
okey
Pippen.
doke.
They had Harold Miner. They had Baby Jordan on the shoes. You
Right,
had to pay attention.
right. Absolutely.
They hit you with the okey doke, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
you
cause
had to pay attention.
see what
All fields are final.
my main spot though was, and I heard they shut this down. I haven't been out to party in Chicago in over a year, but I used to go. This is where my spot where I used to go whenever I would go party downtown. When I wanted the Maxwell Polish, I would hit up Maxwell's that was right off the highway on 74th. I think it was on 74th. And it was either 74th or 79th. It was right there in Inglewood where you knew you were seeing somebody that probably didn't hit somebody already that night. You got the zombies walking in. All they did was accept cash. And you had the people like myself that's coming in from the club that wanted to go get a Maxwell and some fries. That was the best.
Don't say the best. That shit was an imitation, man. You know it came from the West Side. The only place I went to and got a Maxwell Polish was 95th, and that was just because my boy went to Chicago State. Other than that, I'm getting it from around the house. I'm not going to the imitation when you got the real thing sitting there. And the one on Independence before they shut it down, they was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they opened that back up. The
They
one
opened
on
it back up?
Independence.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
shit.
back open.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. My shit was the Wiener Circle, boy. I used to love going there and talking about bitches, boy. They got mad at me. They was ready to kick my black ass out, boy. That shit was crazy because I remember when I first went there, I didn't know that was her job, was just to talk about you and fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, she must don't know I'm from the West Side. Boy, I got done talking about that woman, boy, they wanted to give me a job. So get that fat fucker out of here. I'm like, bitch, you one cupcake short of diabetes. I know you ain't talking about me. What you talking about? Get his fat ass out of here. He making her mad in the motherfucker.
I went in there one time and she wasn't even in there. I went there like right at lunchtime on like a random like Tuesday or something like that, and she wasn't in there. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even get the experience like that, man.
Man, I got it. I got it. Boy, it was shots fired. Oh, let me ask y'all a question. So, whenever you get guests to go back, every time I bring somebody who never been there, the first thing I say is, do not ask for ketchup on your hot dog. Don't look at ketchup. Do not embarrass me. Don't fucking take me out here and embarrass me. You would go to the car and we would go the fuck home. Y'all had to do that warning. Y'all get that warning before you get out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't because I mean the people know. You don't ask for no fucking ketchup on a hot dog.
That's nice because people in here don't know that you don't eat ketchup on a hot dog.
Oh, you owe one, bro.
Yeah, people here be want to eat ketchup on a hot dog without going. I'll be having to tell them, I don't give a damn how southern you is. Only 5 of y'all eat ketchup on a hot dog. Anybody eat ketchup on a hot dog make terrible decisions when it comes to driving.
Hey, they got a household fuse over that shit.
Yeah, talk about some. Could I put? What if I leave and I take some ketchup and I would slap that hot dog the fuck out your hand wherever we at? I don't give a fuck. We in a hotel room. I call room service. I call the maid to clean that shit. I would slap that hot. If you put ketchup, if your ketchup go like this, I'm slapping that fuck out of here. Disrespectful motherfucker.
No, man. I gotta get into some West Side stories, man, because I done heard some of these hood stories, bro. That they're fucking absolutely hilarious. But if you're not from a hood, you don't understand it.
What?
So, Martez, I know you got a crazy hood story from the West Side, bro.
Man, I don't. What's a crazy story? What that mean? I don't know. Like, give me an example.
You seeing one of the zombies do something crazy? Because you see one of them.
I don't. It's everyday shit. So
right.
it's kind of hard
I'm trying to figure out, man. Like, I don't know,
shit.
bro.
That shit normal.
It's routine for me, bro. Like you see, I don't know what y'all consider crazy, bro. Like, West is different, but I see more crazy shit South than I do West. Maybe just because I'm biased, but I don't really see too much shit going on out West. But South Side is different from where we at. So I see more zombie South than I do West. You know, I'll put it to you like
really?
That. Yeah.
I mean, but Beverly right there around 95th.
Yeah, I'm talking about like from right past the village, right when we get past 18th on to like 63rd.
18th on down.
I go a little, maybe 70, like 79th, bro. Like yeah, it ain't nothing but zombies, bro. Going east of the lake and west of it, like it's zombies. Man.
Hey, bro. All right, so you know where Flossmoor is. You know what Flossmoor like, right? So my mama coming to town. My mama hood as hell. First and foremost, off point. My mama hood as hell. My mama, so I'm like, hey mama, I'm about to go out, whatever. What do you want to eat before I go out? Like, I'm gonna take you here. She's like, well, I want to get some Jamaican food. One of my friends said, hey, this one spot in the city is a good spot for Jamaican food. So she's like, okay, it's around 79th. I'm thinking 79th off the highway, right? She ain't telling me the crossroad, bro. Because both of y'all know on 79th, the crossroad is highly important. So I'm driving, I'm going up Stony Island, right? And she says, take a left on 79th off Stony Island. I'm like, mama, I don't know if I want to do that. That's the wrong direction. You coming off Stony Island, going left on 79th, that's the wrong direction. She's like, well, it's going to be way down. So she's like, I'm like, what's the crossroad, mom? She's like, okay, it's saying 79th and Cottage Grove. I'm like, yo, you got me literally in the heart of the hood, and you didn't even get me prepared. Bro, we park in front of the Jamaican spot. I go on one. Was that?
I was talking to a person popping in. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I parked on one of these side streets, and you got to keep an eye out on people. So I see these couple little youngins pop out. They looking at my car and shit. More and more pop out the house. I'm like, I can't do this. Hit that bitch in reverse. Came back right on 79th on that main street. One of the zombies came in, walked in, trying to sell some Benadryl to the people behind it, trying to sell some Benadryl, some Lysol. She had 2 bags of Benadryl and a whole big ass can of Lysol, trying to sell it to the owners of the restaurant, bro.
Make sure you don't get sick, man. It's hospitality.
I'm like, bro, like, so when you say it's a different type of, you say it's a different type of zombie out here on the south side. Yeah.
Yeah, ours was useful. Ours was selling alcohol and fixing cars. Yeah, ours was like singing and selling socks. Ours was useful. We had useful clubbers.
Nah, man. Like, so, yeah, that, man. I understand what you mean by some shit where you say, hey, the south side different.
Very.
I'm gonna say the craziest thing that happened to me. I was young and stupid. I fucked around and I was trying to get up
What
with
up,
this
Trust?
broad. And I was like, okay, cool. Where you at? She said Logan Square, and that's before the white people moved over in Logan Square. I'm like, shit, that's too close to Humble. That's a no-go. This is no fly zone. SAs catch me over there, boy.
Right.
So she like, well, just come on. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the L. So I get off the L. Well, her brother met me, and he walked with me. Hey, hey, homie, where you from? I'm like, man, yo, whatever, man. I'm walking with him. He like, man, you good. Hey, yo, he with me. Oh, okay. Hey, you better teach him how to talk or something. I ain't got no bang on me, nothing. I'm naked out there, motherfucker. So we hang out. Her brother go to sleep. Now I gotta go back to the motherfucking train station. Man, look, I'm walking, and I swear I only see one essay out there, and this motherfucker is working on his car at night. I don't know what the fuck he see at night where he could work on his car, but I'm not, it's not my neighborhood. I don't know. So I'm just walking, and he like, man, homie, where you from? I'm like, man, I ain't from nowhere. Like, nah, you from somewhere, man. Where you from? From the west side, man. West side where? Damn it, I'm from the Ville, man. That motherfucker, I can't do that whistle. You know that whistle. Man, they start coming out of manholes. They start coming off the roof. I saw a baby come out the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Fucking like he came out with the dead president style with the face paint on and shit. I take off. I take off and the fucking train ain't there. So I run through, come back up the stairs. They still follow me. I hooked that motherfucker around, came back through the second time that motherfucking train was there. I jumped on in the front. I said, yo, pull off, man.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker started beating on the door. I said, yeah, bitch, you got to come on the west side. You got to come over here with me. I'm not never going over there, never again. like never another time, man.
Yeah.
Man, you talking about I'm on that train. I'm on for Harlem. That motherfucker operator came, the operator came, and he dropped the window. He looked at me, he said, I almost got your ass, huh? I was like, man. I like, no thanks to you, slow ass motherfucker. That was grand opening, grand closing. I never did that shit again.
Yeah. Wendell, you don't even know anything about these stores, man. You from the country, bro.
Nah, I'm from New York, but I left all that shit. I like it quiet.
Me too now.
Yeah, me too. I live out here in the middle of nowhere. I like it.
That's where I'm at too.
I'm too old for that ruckus.
I realized that I don't like, and here I am. So that's why I say we got to get us a house when we move to Arizona, because I don't like living next to people. But he cool. They all right. I'll never talk to them. But I still don't like living next to people because they keep me from smoking. And fuck those people.
How they gonna keep you from smoking?
Because there's a rule. And it's snitch ass motherfuckers. They'll be like, oh, I smell smoking. So
that's bullshit.
I'm waiting for my tent to get here, man. If I ain't got other than that, I'll be out in the car smoking, but I don't feel like wasting gas.
Right. No,
Wait the gas get back to $2.
So get back to Elite Cigars.
Yes, sir.
So you say you had the apparel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so what's the? Are they able to call you to for the apparel as well, or
Anything elite, they able to call, man. Like I don't have no problem with, like I say, with anything. And the only thing, so like a lot of people, like I don't know, like you got on the yellow. So people call and say, I mean, I might want a yellow in whatever other color that they want. I customize them to whatever people want. The price don't change. It's whatever the size don't change. I don't charge because people be like, oh, it's a bigger size. I don't do none of that. It's set at $50. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what's if you're a 5X, it's $50. If you're a 1X, it's $50. Like I don't, and you can get it whatever color you want. You know, however you want it. I'm gonna make sure you get it what you want. So.
dope. Then you say you make them yourself and you ship them out too.
I make in my basement where we at right now, man. Everything is in the basement, man. I don't have no problem with going to get it. And if I don't have it in my accessories, I go out and get it the next day. So I ship out. So if a person pays for anything, I ship out the next day. So I don't try to hold on to make people wait all these days. If I don't have it, I tell them like, give me a couple days. I'm still gonna send it out, and everything come with a tracking number, so it ain't like you just waiting to see where my item is gonna come or whatever product that I got is gonna come. You gonna know that day. But and then everything UPS, and you got a tracking number, so everything is. Well, you can see it when I ship it out. You'll see where it's at, and we'll go from there.
Dope. And I asked you about the name of Elite Cigars and everything, but what was the what was the journey like of getting it started? Like, how long did it take you to get it started? How long did it take you to find the blend that you wanted to? How long did it take you to find like the factory that you wanted to produce your cigars from?
Man, to be honest, that to finding the factory was the hardest thing because you got to find the right thing for you, right? So my thing is like I went through, I ain't gonna lie, maybe 10 factories to find the right one for me in my company, right? But I was trying everybody's cigars because I just wanted to see what mixed right with the alcohol, what mixed right with the flavors. It just depends on. And then once I found the company that I liked, then it was head on from there. So. It
Yeah.
took me literally, I started in 2019, so maybe like 2017 I started, dipping into the cigars just to see what factory gonna work for me. But I got started in 2019 is when I rolled out. So maybe
So what is that? I'm sorry. What you say?
maybe 2 years before I got everything the way I wanted it to be.
So what was that like? Like, were you like just paying for like one cigar at a time, or like did you how did
No,
you find these factories and stuff?
so when you going through the factories, they make sure that for me, they was making sure that I had the license to sell the cigar. So that's the biggest thing, having the license to sell them. Right. So once they figured out, well, once I provided them with the license, they was able to send me 10 at a time, and they wasn't charging me like retail prices. So I would buy them in bundles of 25 is what they make you buy. So 25 in a bundle, and I would try some for myself, and then the people that I'm closest with, the people that I know smoke cigars, not just somebody say, "Oh, just try this out." Like I would just pass them to them and let them see how they like them. Even when I did the infuse, the same thing. So I spent way more than what I was supposed to, way more that was in my budget, just trying to make sure that it was right. And once
Right.
people got a hold of them, it was on from there. So
Yeah. So once you find that blend, found that
yeah,
blend that really works for you, then
yeah,
you're like, okay, now I can start here. I mean,
yeah,
so I mean, West Side. I know how West Side hustles are. Like
mm,
y'all just gonna say, look, we just gonna get out here and we gonna grind. So
yeah.
like, was that like just the way you started? You just started going to like the different, the different fucking cigar lounges and
Lounges,
shit.
yeah. So that's what I did, man. Like I would go any cigar lounge that was here in Chicago, I was going to it, right? So like I say, most people make you buy the two stick minimum, but I would just walk up to, if y'all was in a cigar lounge and I got my cigars, and I always have them, I would just be like, check it out, man. I'm trying to start a new cigar lounge. Just let me know what you think about it, and I would just pass them out. You know what I'm saying? Just so people can so I can get my name out there. And so then when I start coming, like the next time they'll recognize or they'll see the logo or they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you from the last time. Like, let me buy two, or let me do this, or I see that you trying to hustle and trying to get it right, and it worked for me.
Most
So
time. Most time. Let me hold on. Cigar. I'm gonna have to get Say on here. So
Gotcha.
because Say has a lot of questions for
I got it.
Martez. So hey, appreciate you joining, bro.
No problem. No problem.
Definitely gonna have you as a guest more, but we're gonna have to get Say on here so he can ask his questions too.
No problem. No problem. All right, gentlemen.
all right, boss, be safe, man.
All right, good.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right.
Say is saying you need the latest Instagram version, so you need to go. Say you need to go upgrade your Instagram version so you can get on here. I'm trying to. It says Sekou. It says Sekou needs to update to the most recent Instagram version for him
Oh
to get on
man.
here. Because Say, have you talked to Sekou before?
No, I just started following him today since we've been on here. I haven't
Yeah,
had
so
a chance to check it out though.
Sekou is the cigar expert out
Mm-hmm.
of us three.
Okay.
But one thing I also want to do is have you talk to Wendell, see how y'all can come up with a collab, because Wendell does a lot of. I talked to you about this when I was talking to you about the event I was doing at Water Lamone's,
Mm-hmm.
because we had talked briefly about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the collab that Wendell and I talked about, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go get the bottle here soon. But when we do a collaboration, I want to have his beer featured, but I also want to see how we can do, like, do I need to drop off some samples or whatever to do like his bracket collab, where you can maybe do some limited edition cigars.
Well, I'm for anything that's gonna make us some money. What do I don't have no problem with. You know what I'm saying? I wanna try for myself though. So I mean, anything to get the money, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm for everything, just to hustle the money, and to hustle another black brand. So I'm all for it, bro. Like whatever I can do to help you, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it's vice versa. So that's what I'm all
Yeah,
about.
I got all kind of crazy flavors.
I'm with it. Let's check. Let's whatever I got to do. Just I'm gonna definitely send you a inbox, and then we can connect like that. And then
Okay.
so I'm definitely gonna pay for what I'm asking for. So somebody
So what?
jumping on.
Yeah, I think that's Say. There we go.
Man, you already know, man. Listen, I don't be up on these newfangled
Right,
updates
the
and whatnot.
gadgets, right?
As soon as you said it, I went and updated and said, "Yeah, update. You got to update."
Yeah.
What's good, brother?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm down here in Waldorf, Maryland, with my peoples as I get prepared to lead the country to go to Kenya
Okay.
for our build up to our homecoming. But I heard the brothers saying about the hustle game. I'm out here doing the same shit. Like,
Okay. I see you with the cigar pouring on too.
oh, hey, listen, don't get it twisted, man. I'm still mad with homeboy, but I
Okay.
represent even though I'm mad.
All right. All right.
I have to talk to him directly
All
about
right.
this shirt mix up with my homegirl. Hey, Tyler. One thing you know, ain't nobody I ever been with is no medium. So ain't no way in hell I should have got no medium shirt for my girl. But anyway,
Okay.
I'm out here in Waldorf, Maryland. And I got my sponsor sticks, my sticks for going over to Kenya, and I'm going around the cigar lounges in the area that don't have those black boutique brands,
Mhm.
and I'm just handing them out, man. same way as my man said about Chicago. You get out there, you can't tell somebody about a spirit or a cigar. They gotta have it in their mouth.
I'm with you.
So if you're gonna talk about it well, and you're not willing to either pour it up or slide them a stick, man, you might as well say that shit because ain't nobody gonna believe it.
Ain't gonna believe until they try. I'm definitely for that. Definitely.
And then they calling home talking about, hey, put your mama on the phone.
Right.
I ain't never come home.
Right.
Yeah, my dog just said, open this damn door.
Right. Mine too.
He wanted to go out. He comes running down to the basement, looked at me like, come on. You got the hand. Open this thing up so I can go outside.
Right.
Little 150-pound monster.
But say I know you know, we talked about Elite Cigars, Black Star Line cigars.
Yeah.
I know you had any questions for Martez when it comes to his cigars. I know you want to. I don't know if you've had them before, but I know you're gonna want one.
Bro, here's the thing. I try and be real job familiar. I'm a spokesman. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a salesman. I sold cars for like 13 years, so I know you only ask people questions that you know the answer to. And I'm not as familiar with Elite Cigars Chicago. I've never had their product. However, I can ask those leading questions to let my man shine. So I'm gonna ask you,
Appreciate that.
As far as your blends, are you hands-on with your blends, or do you have somebody that's selecting your blends and then you pick from those selected blends?
So as far as the blends, like I had a buddy that's down in Florida that I went to school with. I don't know if you guys were. It's a place up here. It's called Rouse. So they do infused cigars up here as well. So you familiar with Rouse?
Yeah.
So Ralph is his grandson. Man, him went to grammar school and high school together, right? So that's where I was able to get the blend from. So I got they connect, and I was able to just tell them what I like, and they was able to, like I say, it took a while to ship to what I like, and like I said, I've been doing it ever since.
So a lot of times people will say, you know, that's not the right way to do it. They'll say that, you know, you got to increase your knowledge and things.
Yeah.
But the problem is this. For one, if you grew up from knee high to a grasshopper with somebody, y'all ate the same foods. Y'all familiar with the same spices. Y'all familiar with the same culinary experience. So you can trust that when you say you want X, Y, and Z in a stick, they know what they know what you talk about. B, they're familiar with it from their own palate experience.
Exactly.
And when they make a recommendation, they cut down some of the back and forth of receiving 18,000 sticks that don't meet what you're trying to talk about.
Exactly.
When you say nutty and you from Florida, you talk about pecan nut. You ain't talk about coconut nutty, because pecans grow in your front yard in Florida. So you know what I'm saying? So when you say I want something nutty, he already thinking you want something with that kind of pecan savoriness. Now, he ain't gonna give you something that tastes like walnuts and then waste your time, and now you have to pay, because people don't realize you got to pay for every stick that you're trying.
Exactly.
You feel me?
We just talked about that.
So that's a beautiful thing. So you got somebody that's doing your bird dogging for you, and then sending you selections that reflect the wheelhouse that you are looking for. When you select your cigars, are you looking for something that pairs with a certain spirit, a certain food, or are you just looking for something that's just a general good smoke?
So here's when I first started. This was my particular, like, I like Connecticut. That was just my thing, because that was my palate. But once he was like, man, you gotta try things for other people, so people can. You're not buying them for yourself. You're buying them for other people. Right. So once I got into that mode of, let me see, like I said, what you like. Like, tell me what kind of stick you like what you like. So I was asking a lot of questions. Again, spending time in the lounges is when I found out I need to broaden my horizon to other stick, full body Maduros, and, you know, mild to medium. I was in that learning. It was a lesson for me. And I was trying to take up, I was taking notes. Everything there was. So I'm not really, I like tequila. Well, tequila is my drink of choice. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I grew up on Jack Daniels. That's what my dad and my granddad, that's what they drank. So those were the things that I was used to. So I really wasn't trying to compare it with like a coffee. I learned all those things as in the shops or doing my research, how it tastes with chocolates or how it tastes with Dr. Pepper. It was all kind of things I was hearing. I'm like, I ain't never heard that before, but you got time, you want to figure out, you want to do something for yourself, and you want to make sure you're knowledgeable on what you getting yourself into. I was taking chances, and no matter, like I said, I get them in a bundle of 25. I got 25 chances to check it out just to see, you know what I'm saying? Or I can give it to 5 other people and be like, man, just try with this or check it out with this, and it worked for me, you know what I'm saying? So I broadened my horizon, and I was able to change my palates. So anything I could do, I'm still learning. I ain't gonna say that I'm an expert on anything. I'm still learning to this day.
Bro, wait till you try them with teas.
With teas,
wait till you try them with teas. It's the thing of it is, you got to look at the places that they sell cigars. Like for one, everybody thinks about bourbon and scotch and shit like that. Okay, everywhere that they roll cigars, they drink rum. Okay, trying it with a spice rum, trying it with a sugarcane based rum, trying it with a rum with a high like the sweetness content, like some of your Bahamian rums are sweeter, a blackstrap molasses rum. And it's crazy. I've told Tyler this before. I'm like, one of the things I hate worse is when you get a black influencer or somebody that's doing reviews and they say it's thick as trash, and they can't tell you what they don't like about it. Because what one man's trash is another man's treasure. Exactly. You try that same stick that you think is trash with coffee with a black strap molasses rum, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing that I ever tasted. Yeah. But if it wasn't in your wheelhouse, like you said, you haven't done the work to try it in different expressions with different pairings. I mean, the thing that you hate with bourbon, you try it with a tequila, and you're like, man, this is amazing. Exactly, exactly. That's a true statement. That's true. But like I say, it took me a while to understand that, because like you say, some people are like, no, I don't really like that. And I ain't like this one. This didn't taste right. It didn't burn right. But again, if you go in there with the open mind, just like everybody's not going to like what you got. You know what I'm saying? Right. And everybody's not going to be pleased with what you got. So my thing was just to make sure that I was getting, and I like I said, like we was talking about with my phone number, like tell me why you didn't like it so I can see what I could do different. Right. That part. That's what I want. I want people to be like, hey bro, this didn't burn right, or it was tunneling, or the flavor wasn't what I was expecting. So all right, so tell me that so I know when I go back around the next time, be like, look, check it out. And if I get enough, not just because one person said though, it got to be more than one person, because like you say, everybody probably not the same. But if I'm getting consistent of, oh, this is dope, I'm going to continue to do that. Or if it's not bad, I'm going to discard it and try something else and just go to the next cigar. Because the factory, they're going to give me anything that I ask for, any size. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, whatever you want, I'm going to get it for you, and I'm going to make sure that you get it in a timely family. So if I order, what's today? What day do we do? What's today? Thursday. So if I call them tomorrow, I'll have it by Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the quick response. And again, if I get it, I'm going to pass them out again. Like, check it out. What you think? And I'm not taking it as a loss. I'm taking it as an experience, right? Because again, everybody's not going to like it. And I need to know why you don't like it or why you like it so I can continue to do it. Bad or good, I need all that. Also, you got to know some of your people might have shit palates. Right. I mean, let's be realistic. That too. Yeah. That too.
Exactly.
We be handing them out. If you hand them out to, Junebug and them, and they're not really familiar with anything more than Black and Miles or Backwoods, they'll be telling you it don't taste like what they're used to. But when you start reaching out and diversifying and handing them out to different people, especially cigar smokers, they'll give you more feedback. Like for me, I used to live in Colorado. Okay. When I first started smoking cigars, I'm like, man, this cigar sucks because it burns weird. Well, I'm smoking an arid, high desert, low oxygen environment. It was somebody that had to tell me, you got to smoke a cigar differently before you complain about it. You got to try and smoke it differently. You got to take it. Sometimes you got to let it sit out for a couple minutes to let the moisture go down so that when you light it, that heat isn't hitting that moisture in that arid environment and making the wrapper crack. I'm thinking that the wrappers suck, but it's just the environment sucks. Now I'm smoking here in Maryland, it's perfect. Right? Same cigar. Right.
No, Edwin had a great comment. He said, you know, can't make yourself better or the business better without honest review, regardless.
Exactly. I need it.
You know,
Exactly.
I need
Because you're not buying, you buying the cigars for you to sell, but you're not buying the cigars for you to sell to yourself.
Exactly.
So what you love, you might love something that tastes like cotton candy and pumpkin pie, and your customers say, "I ain't never ate no pumpkin pie."
Right.
And again, like I say, like, so when I first started, that was my thing. Like, I'm gonna pass them out, and I wasn't taking it as a loss because I'm gonna make sure, like, all right, you like, even with the flavors, before I put them on my market or put them on my page, I'll pass them out. Like, let me get the reviews of what people like. And again, if it's consistent, I'm putting it on there. If it's wrong, I'm gonna try to get it with something else. Like, I don't have no problem with any of that. So I like the good and the bad. So, and I'm not taking nothing personal. So it works for me.
Yeah. So
Well, you got to talk to Wendell. Wendell got one of the hardest jobs in the world because Wendell's got a creative mind, and he creates spirits. But then he got to create spirits not that he likes, because he likes them. Of course, he created it. But then he got to do that alchemy to make sure other people gonna like it. So he got to take input from Tyler. Tyler says, "Oh man, this dead man walking. What if you put some blueberries in?"
Right.
He like, "Well, give me about 6 weeks." Woo out the band.
Right.
Now he's sending it out to me. I ain't never even asked for it,
right.
but I'm like, this shit is amazing.
Right.
Like, you know, but you know, it's the same situation that you're in. It's like you got an idea, you got to try it, but once you try it, you got to let people sample it to see if you're gonna keep trying it.
Exactly.
By the way, summerberry, you know,
the summerberry smell.
Summerberry smell is amazing. I don't know if he's going full production with it, but it's amazing.
It's amazing.
No, because and I'm 100%
Blue Flame amazing.
Blue Flame amazing. That's right.
Somebody else told me the same thing.
They went with the fire. They let it fall in the fire. So what we talk about, bruh, is that he got this overproof summerberry smell, and
55%.
you know, I was. How much is it again? Say it again.
55%.
55%.
So
110 proof.
110 proof. And I was with the fire. I had the fire out there, and you know, I was doing a little spiritual thing for my brothers who ain't here that used to drink or whatever. And I spit a little bit into the fire, man. Straight blue flame. It's so much alcohol in it. The flame, it don't even burn red. It burned blue. It was like, and she was like, what in the hell was that? I was like, don't worry about it. Right. Business. She was like, you drink that? I was like, as much as I can. I can't drink too much.
Right.
I just got a
as
little
much
bit.
As I can, right.
Right. Right. Now, I honestly, because to me, I always look to do collabs, and I always look to do something that is just fun. It sounds fun to me. So that's why I mentioned the blueberries, because I used to live in upstate New York, and they have a lot of blueberries there. But for you, what about, like, you have the Uncle Near cigar? Have you thought about doing a tequila cigar, like a tequila infused cigar?
So I would do anything, bro. Like, to be honest, like if somebody say I need tequila, I'm gonna make you tequila. Like I don't have just one particular tequila that I just got that cigar. Like, but if somebody call like, man, brother, can you do me 10 tequila cigars? I'm gonna give you 10 tequila cigars. Like I don't care.
So as he puts his finger back, so there's a sister that we had on a couple weeks ago that has her
she was
own
on there
tequila.
earlier.
Hook it up, man. Hook it up.
You're in my mind. You're in my mind.
Of course.
So there's a black-owned, woman-owned tequila brand,
Rea Libre,
ATL, Rea Libre, that I think that it'll be great if you could do, like, once they get their models in here, we can do a collab. You do Rea Libre tequila cigars, and you do
TLA exclusive.
TLA exclusive, of course. And
Oh,
then you do Victorinian Beer Hut, blueberry.
Either that or the limoncello, because my gosh, that's one flavor. So here's the thing, I had it was high, but no, it was 291, 110 proof rye. And when you smoke that with a Nicaraguan Puro or triple Nicaraguan,
That's what I got.
you get lemon notes. You get lemon notes, and I'm like, man, this lemon notes was so different in the cigar and so pleasing. I was like, as soon as I had that limoncello from Wendell, I was like, damn, I wonder what a limoncello infused cigar would be like.
Are you doing infused cigars?
Oh no! I'm
We
listening.
talking about
I
y'all
have
two. We talking about y'all
I'm
two.
talking
No,
What
I'm
about
you
just
like?
asking.
y'all.
I'm just listening. That's all. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
we talking
He
about
I'm
being
the
you and
still
ideal
Wendell
getting
man.
back
collaborating
there.
for this. We talking about you and
I'm the
Wendell
B2B.
collaborating for this.
Yeah, I'm the B2B business guy. I'm like, I put the two people together, man. He got an overproof limoncello. I'm telling you, that looked like a snow globe. It's got so much lemon zest floating in the bottom of it.
Okay.
And the first time I had it, I mixed it. I made 2 drinks with it. I mixed it with a Knob Creek Rye 110 proof and made what tastes like a crazy smoky old fashioned in a glass.
Okay.
Then he got it right here in his hand. I mixed it with a smoky mezcal. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look like it's Christmas
Like
time
it's Christmas time.
again. What's the proof on that window?
47. It's 40. It's 47.5%. So it's 95.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
And
to make my way out to Flossmoor, and we're gonna have to make some things happen, bro.
Bro, have you seen my bar?
I'm telling you,
You haven't seen my
we
bar. You haven't.
we trying to get that bag with everybody, man. I'm telling you, window be putting it together. You putting it up in smoke. This is a perfect combination,
Yes, it
like
is.
Stacey Lattiser.
Oh yeah, you busy.
Yeah. No.
See that box? See that box that look like sherbet? See
Uh-huh.
that box? That's the best box on this bar for me right there. That's the extra añejo, Don Julio. I know
Reserva de
Jose
la
Cuervo de
Familia.
la Familia Reserva is ridiculous. I see you with your midwinter's dram. I just drank that. I made them bust a bottle over at the cigar lounge. Yeah, look at you. That's that rye right there. That right there that's a ghost. You didn't even see that.
That's a
Yeah.
good
That's a yeah. That's
Hey man, hey, that's what the old white dudes can't find. What he got right there, he had in his hand. The old white dudes can't find that one.
nah. You gotta be something special. Yeah. Pour that overrated mess out.
Man, listen, ain't nothing overrated about that. Not that last bottle, man.
No.
That's
Edwin knows it's not overrated, and he's saying it because he doesn't have one. Edwin, that's my boy. We be talking about this.
Yeah.
You know,
Pappy Van Winkle rye is like finding a unicorn with a leprechaun on his back, riding on the back of a Loch Ness monster.
All right.
oh, the midwinter nights drop. Oh yeah, I understand. I understand what you're talking about now. No, man, definitely come down to the Flossmoor, bro. We always do football Sundays down here. So, we go over to my homie's house that a huge bourbon guy. Obviously I have a lot of tequila. I still have a lot of bourbon, but I'm mostly tequila.
Mhm.
And, bring your cigars out, bro. Pour up. I'll make sure to have nice bottle out. He'll have a nice bottle out. We always have a bar. Come to watch football Sunday. We can pair it with cigars. We can go through different tequilas. I'll give you enough of this to do a fusion of this.
And do me a favor, bring your the worst cigars that you have, the ones that somebody sent you, and it's the worst. Like you're like, I really don't like this. Bring the worst.
All right.
And then what Tequila will do is he'll run you through enough spirits that you'll find what it pairs with. You feel me? Then you'll be like, oh shit, it went from worst to first, as long as you're drinking it with maybe Knob Creek Rye.
Okay.
And then what you do is you take that bad boy, the worst, and you go, I'm gonna infuse that with Knob Creek rye to make it first, not the worst. What up, downtown
Right.
Rick?
What up, Dick? What up, Rick? No,
I'm with it, bro.
we can definitely do that because, you know, to me, I want to. You know, I'm always about collaborations. I'm the same way as you, man. Let's get this money any way we can. You know, as long as I can claim it on my taxes and I can, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, I'm not what I used to be anymore. You
I hear
know,
that.
beforehand it was, hey, let's get this money any way we can. Now it's let's get this money any way we can as long as I can claim it on my fucking taxes.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, facts,
You know,
facts.
so so to me, I'm always looking at what can I do to get my brand out there and to partner with quality people. You know, because you already know, you know, being from the West Side, being from Chicago, there's a lot of shiesty motherfuckers out here.
Exactly.
You know, so to me, it's about the currency that I want to do is being with quality people, being with people that I know. Hey, you see, hey, we may not make it here in a year, but 3 years down the line, if we execute our plan like we're supposed to, we good.
Exactly.
You know,
Facts.
so the more I can have those type of people in my corner and I can partner with those type of people and be in their corner too, man, I'm all for it.
I'm the same way, bro. Same
You
way.
know? So
Hey, and like I said, we trying to get all these bags, and at the end of the day, everybody can't have every bag, but many hands make light work when we carrying all these bags away.
That's true.
exactly.
We need a team. We need a team to carry all this shit out of here. And if I'm not an infused cigar smoker, but I ain't got shit to say about infused cigars. Why? Because everybody needs something in their mouth.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And infused cigars, Drew Estate will tell you, acid is the line that brings so many X amount of 100,000 people into the cigar game every year.
Of course.
Allure themselves a mad amount. He considers themselves the Baskin Robbins of cigars. He's got 31,000 flavors. So there's a lane for that. If the brother's coming in and he's executing excellence in his stick preparation, he's making sure he's got quality control. It may not be for me, but I damn sure I'm gonna point the people that like them to this brother, and he's still gonna get the bag instead of pointing them over to Drew Estate because you know they got so much market share just organically.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Y'all gonna make me smoke. I ain't trying to smoke. I'm out here in the garage. You know I don't used to smoke in the garage. I'm usually in the lounge and shit. But I'm Atomic Cloud by Cloud Brothers Cigars, one of my sponsors. Man, I pull it out the bag. Just pull it out. Why? Because you know we gonna smoke what we got. We gonna big up the brothers.
Yes, sir.
Another black-owned business. You know, we just gonna do it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, because you know, and I'm all about it, man. I mean, because if I can use my business knowledge and my hustle to help multiple brands, especially black-owned brands, to succeed, especially you good peoples as well, man. Like, you know, you always gonna have, you know, everyone like that is always gonna have a home on my platforms. Anywhere that you know, on my platforms, and you good peoples, like, and you from the Shy, like, you know, hey man, that's the home. Like,
I'm with it.
You know, I'm from Danville, but I live in the Chicago area, so this is home.
I'm with it.
So to me, it's like, let's put Chicago on the map, and if I can, you know, if you good peoples, you know, you can talk, you know where I'm at, you know, you can come right down. My homie Josh Mercer lives in Beverly as well.
Okay.
He has right there on 95th. I forgot the crossroad, but it's right there on 95th. He has the Allstate agency.
Okay.
Right there on 95th. It's I know there's multiple McDonald's on 95th. Hold on, what's that one burger joint that's popular on the south side?
Burger joint?
Yeah, it's a burger joint. I can't shit.
It's McDowell's, man. We got the golden arches.
Right.
It's like shit.
Hold that.
I had a name on my tongue, man. But it's like a health food store. Then it's a burger joint. It's like on the north side of the street. You go a little bit east. It's a Metro right there, and then right across the street from this burger joint, this health food store is his Allstate agency, and it's an Italian restaurant there too.
Okay. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna go search for it though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, just look up Josh Mercer agency, Josh Mercer Insurance Agency. The reason why I also say that is because he's also a party promoter.
Okay.
So I think they went from, what was the one? It was called Prism or something like that. That was popular on was it on the west side? I don't know if it's, but he does a party promoter at Hue at HUE, the nightclub Hue.
Okay.
They promote parties there now, and they went from, I think they did like Prism, and then they went to Hue, where they were at what was the club? It was right there on Gold Coast, right there on the Gold Coast. Well, no, it was right there on River North, but it closed. I know I'm talking about multiple different clubs that you can name, but anyway, it's people,
Nice.
late 30s, 40s,
Mm-hmm.
right here in Chicago, professional people that we can have, like in DJs and everything like that, popular DJs and stuff, that we can go to and say, hey, we're gonna do an event, Elite Cigars TLA event, partner with the happy hour or whatever. We do a smoke event or whatever. Get their list, get their client list to come to the event and expose it to Elite Cigars.
I'm
It's
for
facts
I'm
because
for everything.
especially in that kind of environment, you have cigars with a little bit of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
People already having a little, cosmopolitan or whatever. They don't want to go to just traditional
Straight leaf.
tobacco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have a little something with that woo-wop on there.
I'm with it, bro.
Right. I mean, and it's they, their crowd is a lot of, professionals like doctors, lawyers, CEOs, or directors, like people with a lot of great disposable income, and it's black people too. So if we can set up an event where it's like, okay, we got people with money that we know that's coming in there. They're getting that age range where, when we hit the 30, we hit 33, 34 or whatever. We really going away from the true club time.
Right.
To saying
Yeah.
like, let me get a cigar, let me get some great drink. I can afford what I want to drink. I can afford what I want to smoke. Oh, you got the circle. All right, you good. You back. I can afford what I want to smoke, and I also want to support people that's from home as well.
I'm with it.
Hey,
Hey, the other day, my girl's grandmother asked, what do you guys do at cigar lounges? I was like, same thing we used to do at the house. Be away from kids, have a drink, have a conversation, and relax.
Right.
And when you get to that area, that 30s to 40s area, you're looking for that separation from the nonsense, the hustle bustle. At the same time, you're looking for something that reflects where you've arrived in your life.
Yep.
That's what cigar culture is about.
Exactly.
It's the slow down. It's not that fast pace. It's you sitting back, you enjoying, you reflecting, you.
Because cigars definitely gonna make you sit down. You definitely gonna sit down.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna sit down.
Yeah, and if you have something that how Chicago people are. you know, if you're a good person and you making a good product, we gonna rock with you and we always gonna hold you up.
Yes, sir.
You know. And then you have people like Sekou that he gonna tell you the truth. Your shit is trash. Your shit is trash. But he
Right.
gonna tell you why it's
No, I
trash.
ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you that your shit is trash. I will never tell you that your shit is trash. I'll tell you. Like for example, Orlando from Divine League. That's my man, 50 grand.
Yeah.
I called him this afternoon because two of his cigars, the wrapper wasn't acting right. I was like, yo, I ain't never had no. For one, I ain't never had no cigar that came out of my humidor, my travel humi. As much as I baby my cigars with no cracked foot and no torn wrapper, right? So I had one, and I couldn't even light it. The shit was all cut up. Then when I went to punch it, the cap broke.
Ooh.
So I put it down, called him on the phone, put out another one. When I went to punched the second one, the cap broke. So I cross cut it with a guillotine cut, and I had him on the phone. I told him what happened. First thing out of his mouth was, "Yeah, man, you know, we're trying a different wrapper on that. It's ultra thin." And I was like, "Okay." So I was calling to tell you, it seemed like your wrapper was mad thin from what I've had before from you. And he was like, "Yes, I'm doing a different way." So I told him what I didn't like, but I didn't tell him it was trash or what was wrong with it. But I definitely gave him instant feedback, because before you go handing this to somebody else that's going to put you on blast on social media, I want you to know that 2 cigars in a row, I had this experience, and this is the new experience from your company. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I only made 100 of those sticks, and I'm only giving them to people that I know will give me the direct feedback, because I was wondering about it." But that's how I am. I ain't gonna tell you it's trash. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the experience was that I had that I didn't enjoy.
Okay.
Definitely.
So that lets you make adjustments, because again, constructive criticism ain't just criticism.
Of course.
Criticism is, "Hey, yo, your shit is bullshit, son. I spent $12 on this, son, and it was falling apart, son." And I'm like, man, for one, how did you keep it? Did you keep it right? Did you have it in your car under the seat, and then you lit it after it's all dried up?
Right.
That's user error. That's not manufacturer's error.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, no, I was fucking with you about that, because I know you're like me. I'm gonna give you what I don't like about it, but I'm also gonna tell you what I do like about it as well. You know, that way, you know what to fix and what not to fix.
Right.
You know, but
Right, because my opinion could be trash. You'd be like, you don't like the nutty and the coca flavors that it come. Everybody love that shit, man. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt, but I'm keep on doing what I'm doing, fam.
Right.
You know, that might be the case.
Right.
And it could just be like, "Hey, bro, you may not like this one stick, so let me send you this other stick that I think that you would like based off of your flavor palette."
Right.
You know,
Or
of
you
what you're
might
telling me.
suggest that I try it with tequila.
Right.
Have you tried it with the Dead Man's Walker with berries, or the firewater, the firewater red ale? You know, it's something that, you know, you could suggest somebody to have a different expression of it, because 9 times out of 10, what you would hope is that people buy multiples,
Of course.
not that they're just buying one stick. Because sometimes, you know, you have a stick. I just got off of a hard day of work. You know, I had to sit in traffic for 3 hours. I smoked that stick in the car, bumper to bumper traffic, trying to get home. How you know it ain't the fact that you was sitting in traffic that made you not like the stick? The fact that, you know, you almost had 5 accidents.
Right.
Try that same stick when you sitting at home with your feet up in front of the fireplace watching the football game.
Right.
See if it gives you a different kind of expression. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know, no, that's a great point. You know, and that's what that's what we're here for. You know, that's what we're here for. And that's what we trying to. That's the point of my platform, and what I'm looking at it right now is like, let's not sit here and just talk trash about people. Let's give constructive feedback and help them grow as well, because everyone needs constructive feedback. Even myself, you know, even Wendell with his crafts. Wendell, like he's open to constructive feedback. I'm always there too, and you know, we're building a community of, let's not bash you for likes and follows and all the bullshit. We real people, we real men, let's try to help each other grow based off of actual, actual feedback and actual notes,
Yeah, because you actually put time and work into what you did,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Take time and write some notes, give me some actual feedback on my labor, my passion.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it be dispassionate people giving you
Right.
criticism about your child.
Yeah.
Like for real talk, our businesses be our children.
Yeah.
Like you ain't even
That's true.
you ain't never
That's
if
true.
you ain't never had a child, you can't talk about my kids,
Right.
man. So if you ain't never had a dream, you can't talk about my business because my business 9 times out of 10 is my dream.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, that's right there. You hit the nail on the head. Your business is another child of yours, and you love it just like you love your child, and you know that you want to, as a parent, you're gonna criticize your baby when you need to criticize your baby, but at the same time, you still love your baby, and you still gonna, easily put up your life for your baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, yeah, that hit the nail on the head right there, man. Because
But with that time, me drop a little bit notch. I'm gonna slide out because I'm actually visiting family and whatnot. I still got a half a table full of crabs I got to bang out.
Good luck, bro.
well,
They had the bushels 2 for 1,
Good
so I
luck.
got to go in here and get back at it.
now, well, with that, it's 9 o'clock. That's my cutoff time.
Appreciate y'all, man.
So say I'm gonna let you get your word. Then Wendell, and then Marquez. I'm gonna have you close this out, bro.
Well, I'm just gonna say I appreciate y'all for giving me the platform. Let me boost, and connect. Again, I'm not a brand, but I just know people. I'm not an ambassador, but I hang with a good crew. We depart Saturday to fly to Cairo, connecting. We're going over to Nairobi because we have our January 16th to the 26th Kenyan Cigar Homecoming. Thank you for everybody that's partnered with us, the sponsorships. We're looking forward to having a good time and trying to allow opportunity for network and international and to bring a little bit of the African American cigar culture over back to the motherland. So we thank you for that. Maybe next year we'll have some contributions from Wendell and go over and get these people twisted. You never know.
Never know.
Wendell.
Yep, I'm from Brick Training Beer Hut. So I'm a brand. I'm working on, trying to go pro. So I got a lot of wild combinations in my head. Basically, I do brews 20% and up. That's my beers and brackets. Also experimenting in other things. But I do releases every so often. So just keep an eye on Brick Training Beer Hut IG, bricktrainingbeerhut.com, and Brick Terrarian on Facebook. And you can DM me anytime. And I can let you know what I have, and then we can work it out. And just stay safe out there, just holiday season.
Yes, sir.
And Elite Cigars, the man of the hour.
Man, I appreciate the time, man. Like, I've been working real hard on this brand for a while. I want to continue to make quality products. Again, any ideas that I come up with, I'm definitely going to put it out to the people first. Trying to stay focused, trying to keep my feet to the ground and, get these cigars out here. That's my focus, man. So appreciate the time and the effort. I'm going to make sure I shot with that